All right, welcome back to our last part of building in this thing. Then we're going to talk about assembling and putting it together. We're going to make for the underneath of this car the springs that are going to go in here and are going to sit on top of the axle, allowing the axle to go up and down a little bit. Now we won't actually be able to render this, I don't think. We can maybe try it, but we're just going with the concept right now. So the first thing we need to figure out is a little bit of math. So I want this to be sitting. If this was a full circle, I would want this spring part to go from that to the deepest part of that hole there. Now, I'd like you to try and figure that out on your own a little bit, and pause this video and see if you can do some measuring and thinking to figure that out. Try it, pause it, and then come back and I'll tell you how I would do it. All right. Hopefully you paused. You tried to figure it out. Let's see what I would do is kind of look down inside of this hole, and I'm going to measure from this point right here, halfway through that hole, to this face. So we're going to hit the inspect tool. I'm going to choose this point right here and then tilt around and hit that flat face. Now that distance is 0.25. I'm going to try and remember that. So then in order to sit up on top, now that's to here, but I need to go up. So let's measure across this right here, which is 0.5. So I'm going to need my total distance of the spring and the little plates I'm going to put on it to be 0.25 minus half, because it would be the radius of 0.05. All right, so let's talk about how to do that. Let's please make a new part or a new file. So up here to your file, new design. Okay, hopefully we are still in. Make sure you're in your toy car project. If not, undo that and make sure you're in there. And we are going to go ahead and make our new design in here. We're going to create a sketch, and we're going to sketch on this basically bottom plane. Now, the hole, if you'll remember, was 0.15. So I'm going to make this disc that's going to go up in there just a little bit smaller. Let's make it 0.14. So I'm going to start with a circle, hook it to the center point, and make it 0.14. Pretty small. Might have to zoom in and finish sketch. This will all come clean in just a minute, or become clear for what we're doing and why we're doing it. I need a disc on the top and a disc on the bottom and a spring in between those, kind of like a car would actually have. Now I've got this, so now I need the disc on the other side. So we're going to construct a offset plane from the plane we just made, and we're going to go upwards. Let's see. Remember, it was 0.25, right? Minus, and let's put it in parentheses, 0.05 divided by 2 to get the radius. Okay. And once I've got that, click OK. So we've got this little plane up here. And if we want to make sure, we can inspect and we can say, okay, how far is it from that point to that point? And it should be 0.225. All right. Now we're going to sketch on this plane, and we are going to make another circle. It looks like we're drawing on that circle, but we're actually up off of it. Click in the middle, and again, it's going to be 0.14. Finish sketch. And if it didn't flip around for you, go ahead and move it. We should see two circles that are offset from each other. All right. Now, I want the distance from here to here to remain the same, so we're going to go up on one and down on the other to extrude. So let's go ahead and extrude. And click there. Let's go ahead and just do 0.01. Okay. And again, we're coming towards from that one up towards the other one. Okay. And now we're going to come down from here. So we're going to hit extrude. Let's go the other way. So it's going to be negative 0.01 to go down towards the other one. Okay. And let's make sure that I got that right. So if I hit inspect and go from the outside of that disk to the outside of that disk, it should be 0.225 inches. If it's not, you got to fix it and try again. All right, now the next part's kind of fun. We're going to make a coil or a spring here. So go to create, hit coil. Okay. Now we're going to put that coil on this bottom face right here. Click there, and it says place center point, which is going to be the middle of that thing, and we're going to drag out now a circle that's not, don't snap to the end. We want to be in just a little bit from the end. Okay. Cool. So it started making this. Now yours probably has 3 revolutions. It might not look like this. Yours might look a little bit different. But here's what we need to do. We need to make sure that we're looking at, and just go to the view cube, and we need to make sure, see how this guy is coming below this disk? I need to change my section size. Let's make it a little bit smaller. Right now it's 0.031. Let's try 0.02. That looks good. So it's not coming out, but it is sticking out on the outside a little bit. I can't have that. So let's move around a little bit. Oh, see this arrow? I can actually pull that in a little bit. Cool. To make sure that it's not poking out the bottom and not sticking out the side. Now, once I've made sure of that, then I can start thinking about this up and down thing. Again, click on your view cube so that you can see straight. And I want that circle to come up inside of the disk. I don't want it coming out, but I do want it coming partway in and partway out. Now it's totally up to you as to what you do. If you want maybe 5 revolutions to make your spring look like that, fine, maybe 4. You could even do 4.5. Okay, and then it'll go halfway around. I like that. Whatever you're going to do, it's going to look cool. Now, right now it's red, which means it's cutting. We want to change that to join. Click OK, and it's going to look pretty cool. Now, I have my visual style set different than yours. You might have shaded with visible edges, which means yours is going to look like that. You can always change that to just shaded. Kind of looks cool. Oops, look at that. Mine's sticking out on the top a little bit. I messed up. Start over again, right? No, how about I just go edit that part, edit that feature, and drag that arrow down just a little bit. Okay, now we're looking good. It's not poking out on the top and the bottom. And if we look at the top, there's nothing poking out beyond the disk. That's what we want. If you'd like to, we can take that body and give it a physical material. Personally, I think it looks cool if it's titanium. Not sure why it's not popping up. Try that again. I'll try physical material. My window is not popping up. Not sure why. Maybe you help me out and think for me. What should I do? Well, let's save it, close it, reopen it, see what happens. I'm just going to call this spring. You could call it suspension spring if you wanted to. Okay, let's see if what I'm talking about works. I'm going to close it. Back to my, reopen it. And let's see what happens after I reopen it. Ha, I'm not being smart. It's hiding over here. I didn't even notice this little tab on the side. Whoops. Cool. I think I'll go to metal. Move myself here. I like titanium. I think titanium looks cool. You could do something else. Gold. Yeah, you can make it out of gold. Copper. Let's see what copper looks like. Over there. Ooh, I don't like that. Undo. Undo. Oh, let's try that again. Anyway, you make it whatever you want to make it. I think I'll go back down to titanium, nickel copper alloy. That might look cool. Find something that's kind of shiny, and you do you. Yeah, let's go titanium. All right, that looks kind of cool. That's actually what titanium kind of looks like. All right, guys. So once you've got it the way you want it, save it, give me a picture of that, and soon we will put the whole thing together. All right, we'll see you then.